Ever wondered why your plastic projects never look quite right, no matter how carefully you paint them? The secret isn't just in your technique, it's in the paint you choose. In this video, I'll be counting down the top 7 paints for plastic, from good to absolutely unbeatable. I've put each product to the test, and I'll share not just their strengths, but also their weaknesses, so you can make the best choice for your next masterpiece. Stick around, because the number 1 pick might surprise you. Number 7. Rust-Oleum 334020. This paint is a staple in many DIYers' toolkits, and for good reason. It's readily available, affordable, and offers a decent finish for most basic plastic projects. When I tested it, I noticed that the spray pattern was consistent, which helped avoid those dreaded streaks and splotches. The coverage was respectable, and it dried to a smooth, flat finish that looked professional from a distance. However, as I worked with it on a variety of plastics, some limitations became clear. The paint adhered well to rigid plastics, but on smoother, glossier surfaces, I found that it sometimes struggled to bond, even after thorough cleaning. I also noticed that the finish, while initially even, was prone to scratching if the item was handled frequently. This could be a deal breaker for high-touch objects or outdoor furniture. Another point worth mentioning is the drying time. While the can claims a fast dry, in my experience, it took longer than expected to fully cure, especially in humid conditions. This meant I had to be extra patient before moving or using the painted item, which isn't ideal if you're on a tight schedule. Rust-Oleum 334020 does offer good value for money, but it's not the most durable option out there. If you're painting something that won't see a lot of wear and tear, like a decorative planter, it's a solid choice. But for projects that require long-lasting resilience, you might want to keep watching for better alternatives. Number 6. Krylon K02754007. Next up is the Krylon K05545007 Fusion All-in-One. This paint promises to stick to almost any surface, including plastic, without the need for sanding or priming. I was excited to put this claim to the test, and for the most part, it delivered. The spray nozzle was easy to use and provided a fine, even mist, making it simple to get a smooth coat. The coverage was impressive, and the color payoff was rich and glossy. I especially appreciated how quickly it dried to the touch, which allowed me to apply multiple coats in a single afternoon. However, as I handled the painted items, I noticed that the finish was a bit more delicate than I'd hoped. It looked fantastic at first, but after a few days of use, there were minor chips and scratches, particularly on items that flexed or were exposed to the elements. Another downside was the strong odor during application. If you're working indoors or in a poorly ventilated area, you'll definitely want to wear a mask and open some windows. The paint also tended to run if I sprayed too closely or applied too much at once, so a light touch is essential. Overall, Krylon K02754007 is a step up in terms of ease of use and finish quality, but it's not quite as durable as some of the higher-ranked paints on this list. It's best suited for indoor projects or items that won't be subjected to a lot of wear. 5. Rust-Oleum 3400647. Moving into the top 5, Rust-Oleum 34647 offers a noticeable improvement in both adhesion and durability. When I tested it on various plastic surfaces, I was impressed by how well it clung, even without a separate primer. The finish was smooth and consistent, with minimal effort required to achieve an even coat. One of the standout features of this paint is its versatility. It works well on both indoor and outdoor items, and the color remains vibrant even after exposure to sunlight and moisture. I found that it resisted chipping and fading much better than the previous 2 paints, making it a solid choice for outdoor furniture, toys, or garden decor. Application was straightforward, and the can's nozzle delivered a steady spray without clogging. I appreciated the relatively quick drying time, which allowed me to handle painted items within an hour. The paint also cleaned up easily with mineral spirits, which is a bonus if you're prone to accidental drips or overspray. While it's not the most budget-friendly option, the performance justifies the price. If you need a reliable, all-purpose paint for plastic that will stand up to the elements, Rust-Oleum 340647 is a dependable pick. Number 4. Krylon K05545007. Krylon K05545007 Color Max Spray Paint Plus Primer is where things start to get really interesting. This paint is designed for both indoor and outdoor use, and it boasts a built-in primer for enhanced adhesion. I tested it on a range of plastic items, from storage bins to patio chairs, and was impressed by the glossy, vibrant finish. The big button spray tip was a game changer, making it easy to apply the paint from any angle, even upside down. The paint dried quickly, and the coverage was excellent, with just a couple of coats needed for full opacity. I also noticed that the finish was resistant to fading, even after several weeks outside in direct sunlight. One thing to keep in mind is that while the paint adhered well to most plastics, it struggled a bit with very smooth or flexible surfaces. I had to apply extra coats to get full coverage on some items, and there was a bit of wasted paint due to overspray. Still, the end result was worth the effort. Another highlight is the paint's resistance to rust and moisture, making it a great choice for outdoor projects. The color selection is broad and bold, so you can really get creative with your designs. Overall, Krylon K05545007 is a versatile and high-performing paint that delivers on its promises. 3. Rust-Oleum 245197. Taking the third spot is Rust-Oleum 245197 Universal All-Surface Spray Paint. This is a true workhorse, capable of adhering to virtually any surface, including plastic, wood, metal, and more. When I put it to the test, I was blown away by how well it bonded to even the slickest plastics, with no need for sanding or priming. The oil-based formula provides excellent adhesion and durability, resisting rust, fading, and chipping. I used it on outdoor furniture and garden tools, and after weeks of exposure to sun and rain, the finish still looked fresh and vibrant. The Comfort Grip trigger was a nice touch, making it easy to spray for extended periods without finger fatigue. One of the standout features is the Any Angle spray, which allowed me to reach tricky spots without having to contort my wrist. The paint dried to the touch in about 30 minutes, and I was able to handle the items within an hour. Coverage was impressive, with one can going a long way. If you're looking for a paint that can handle tough jobs and deliver professional results, Rust-Oleum 245197 is a top contender. It's especially well suited for outdoor projects or items that will see heavy use. 2. Krylon K04293777. Runner-up on this list is the Krylon K04293777. This paint is a favorite among hobbyists and professionals alike, thanks to its ultra-flat finish and exceptional adhesion. When I tested it, I was immediately impressed by how smoothly it went on, with no drips or runs, even when I applied multiple coats. The matte finish is ideal for projects where you want to avoid glare or shine, such as model kits, camera gear, or tactical equipment. The paint dried quickly and was touchable within minutes, making it easy to complete projects in a single session. I also found that it adhered well to both rigid and flexible plastics, with no signs of peeling or flaking after repeated handling. Another advantage is the paint's resistance to chipping and scratching. Even after rough use, the finish held up beautifully, maintaining its rich color and texture. The odor was minimal compared to some other spray paints, which made for a more pleasant application experience. If you're looking for a reliable professional-grade paint for plastic that delivers a flawless matte finish, Krylon K04293777 is hard to beat. It's versatile enough for a wide range of projects and consistently delivers outstanding results. 1. VHT Duplicolor ESP820007. And finally, taking the top spot is the VHT Duplicolor ESP820007 Black High-Temperature Plastic Paint. This paint is in a league of its own, especially if you need a finish that can withstand extreme conditions. It's specifically formulated for high-heat applications, making it perfect for automotive parts, engine covers, and outdoor equipment. When I tested it, I was amazed by how well it adhered to plastic surfaces, no sanding or adhesion promoter required. The finish was smooth, even, and incredibly durable, resisting chips, scratches, and fading even after heavy use. The paint dried to the touch in just 30 minutes, and I was able to handle the items within an hour. One of the standout features is its resistance to oil, automotive fluids, and cleaners. This means your painted items will stay looking fresh, even in tough environments. The matte black finish is sleek and modern, adding a professional touch to any project. I also appreciated how easy it was to apply, with a nozzle that provided excellent control and coverage. If you want the absolute best paint for plastic, one that combines durability, versatility, and a flawless finish, VHT Duplicolor ESP820007 is the clear winner. It's a bit more expensive than some other options, but the results speak for themselves. Whether you're a car enthusiast or a DIYer looking for the ultimate finish, this paint will not disappoint. Conclusion. There you have it, a definitive countdown of the best paints for plastic. Each product on this list has its strengths, but if you want a finish that truly lasts and looks amazing, you can't go wrong with the top picks. Let me know in the comments which paint you've tried, or if there's another favorite you think deserves a spot on this list. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth reviews and DIY tips. Happy painting!